Alright, how we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another very muddy Sunhide video. In this one I want to talk about probably the most requested question in my main comment section, and that is why I no longer stream and why I no longer accept any donations. I feel like the best way to explain this is to just tell you what happened to me about 2.5 years ago. So that was when my channel first started blowing up. I literally went from getting 100 to like 3,000 views overnight. It was very difficult for me to adjust to it so quickly. I don't know, I may have gotten a little greedy, but the logical next step seemed to be, let's just stream. Like, I'm already playing a video game. Why am I not just clicking this extra button and just, stream, make more money, right? People can donate, people can subscribe and, watch the ads, whatever. I will also add, like, for anybody that does want to be a Twitch streamer, that's probably the most realistic way you can do it. Is you need to have like a YouTube channel or some sort of I guess algorithmic growth on another platform before you go on Twitch, because that shit is impossible. All right, that's not the point in this one. The point is that my first stream wasn't like that. Right, I promoted it a little bit on in my video, and it got like maybe like 50, 60 people going live with me. That made no sense, but yeah, I had a couple of people watching me, and shit was insane. Everybody was, giving me subs. Everybody was donating. Everybody was just, it was a phenomenal time. It felt a little weird, right, being this center of attention, I guess. I'm not, like, I know I do YouTube for a living, but I do try to kind of keep to myself as much as I can in real life. So that was a little bit uncomfortable, because you really don't get that feeling too much on YouTube, especially if you don't read your comments. You kind of just yoink shit into the void, and I don't know, then maybe you get paid, maybe not. It is what it is, right? But on Twitch, it's vastly different, right? You actually have to, I guess, engage and all this other shebang, which is fine, right? For some people, that is perfectly okay. And for me, when I had a good day, right, when I felt good, that was incredible as well, right? Talking with my viewers, all that stuff, right? Very good. The problem, on the other hand, happened with, and that was all on my very first stream. So I had two people that donated a little bit more than the, let's just say, I don't know, I guess, unacceptable amount of money, if I put it like that. I think one of them donated $100 and the other one donated $150. So the problem with Twitch, and I would say other streaming platforms as well, is that not everybody, like, some people are just retarded. And I'm saying that in a sense that they don't really see you as, just a dude playing a video game. They see you as a little product. They see you as a little product on a shelf that they can buy. So both of these two people started sending me messages, basically wanting to play with me, wanting to hang out with me, all this type of shit. And I felt very obligated to give them my time because, well, they donated so much money. And that wasn't the deal, right? That was not, I never said that, if you donate, I'm gonna like play with you, play TFT with you or do anything with you. It was just, a donation, so I can, I guess, keep doing my little silly videos. But people don't understand that, or not everybody understands that. And another very important thing that you gotta understand about this type of parasocial bullshit, it can only take one person to completely fuck up your life, right? So it's not like a percent-based thing. Like 99.9% of people are probably, super chill. One of those people that donated $100, he just started begging me on my email, basically, hey dude, can I please play with you? Let's play a game. And I was like, dude, like, I don't know who the fuck this is. I don't want to play with this person. And I just politely replied that the donations don't entitle you to my time, and I don't want to play with you, basically, fuck off. I didn't say fuck off, but in retrospect, yeah, just fuck off, leave me alone. And I did feel I felt guilty because this person did give me money, but again, that wasn't the deal. So what happened next is not very fun. Now, I made a very, very crucial mistake with how I set up the donations. I believe there is like some sort of a site, an external add-on site that you can use for Twitch that's gonna keep the donated money, and they're not gonna like send out receipts or anything like that. But I didn't know about it at the time. I don't even know about it now, but I do believe there is something you can do. But at that time, what I did is I set up PayPal, right? I set up my PayPal and I was like, yep, you can just donate to my PayPal and we're good. I was super fucking dumb. I didn't know that PayPal actually sends out receipts. So what happened with PayPal, all these people got my personal information, my real name, my real address, and that's not good. That's very bad. And as you can imagine, the very next day, the person that sent me $100 sent me a picture of my, like the apartment building that I used to live in. And the caption was basically like, yeah, I'm coming for you, I'm killing your family, I'm killing you, right? So they went from being, oh, please, I love you, let's play together, let's be buddies, to basically just, yeah, I'm gonna kill you and your whole family like this. And that was my first day on Twitch. Very good, very nice. And shit obviously freaked me out. At that point, I didn't know that Twitch, or not Twitch, that PayPal sends them the receipt with all my information on it. So I was really freaked out, right? I was afraid to go outside. I was like, dude, I gotta move, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Like, that shit freaked me out a lot. And lucky for me, I was smart enough to ignore that shit. But, I mean, they didn't stop, right? So they would just keep sending me, I feel like it lasted like maybe 2 months, right? This person just sending me death threats constantly. I obviously refunded the money, right? I gave them the $100 back, and I was hoping that was it, but no. So I just kept getting harassed and harassed and harassed. The only smart thing that I did, I feel like, is I never responded. Never respond to this shit. Any way you respond, like, these are the people that are just looking for any sort of, they feed on any sort of interaction they'll get from you, right? Even if it's hateful. These people have, they're complete fucking losers. They have nothing to live for. And if you send them any sort of hateful shit, now they got a reason to live. So if it does happen to you, never, ever, ever respond to this fucking retards. So yeah, that was the first person, right? Got my information because of PayPal, sent me pictures of my home with death threats, typical stuff. And then the other person that sent me 150 euros, that was even better. That was, it was basically copy-paste scenario, just them begging me to be my friend and all that type of shit. But that person actually seemed a little bit more chill, I guess, in a sense that, I don't know, like, looking back at it, it's completely fucking, it's idiotic for me to, like, to be in touch with them at all. But this person was like, yeah, dude, like, I'm a specialist on, in content creation. I can help you out. I can, like, design stuff for you and this and that and this and that. All I ask for return is, like, for you to basically be my friend. And as stupid as I was like, yeah, let's do that, right? Let's do that. And God, dude, that was a bad decision, a very bad decision. So when I added this dude, he called me on Discord, and again, I felt incredibly guilty, and I would never have, done any of that shit if they didn't send me the money. Because at the end of the day, I did just feel like I owed them something, right? I owed them my time, and I got cooked. But yeah, so this person adds me on Discord, and they immediately start, like, hardcore trauma dumping on me. And that went on for like a week, right? Just like hardcore trauma dumping, insane shit. And then after a week, I was like, you know what? I'm done, right? I'm sorry. I refunded the money they sent me on day one, because I was like, you know what, dude? If we're gonna be friends, This can't be it, right? Like, I don't want your money. But yeah, after a week, I was done with the trauma dumping stuff. And then they were like, yeah, okay, understand, I'm gonna go kill myself now. And then they just like went offline on Discord. And dude, I got panicky. I had a mental breakdown. I thought I killed a guy. You know, I was like, dude, this person is gonna take their own life. Because he, like, the types of things that he was sending me were fucking insane, right? I don't think I have any screenshots. I've just deleted all this shit years ago. But that was a very, very, very mentally ill person. So I was, well, I don't know. I was having a mental breakdown. I was crying to my mom. I was like, holy shit, dude. Like, I mean, I don't know this guy, but I don't want anybody to, you know, kill themselves because of me. So that was not fun. It obviously ended up that the dude did not, you know, end himself. And then he proceeded to harass me for another at least like 6 months. Like, I would keep blocking him on my personal email, my business email, all this type of stuff. I just kept blocking him. And it was like every other day, right? It was like the same shit that my sister went through with her ex-boyfriend, right? Like you know, just like an insane guy that couldn't figure out that it's done. And he just, you know, kept sending her like this long ass messages every other day. It was the exact same shit, right? Parasocial to an insanely dangerous degree. It was not fun, right? I just kept getting harassed. The dude was like, yeah, I'm a hacker. I'm gonna fuck everything you have. And he was like, and then it went to all this bullshit, right? He also had my address because of PayPal. Thank you, PayPal. Yeah, and it was like a repeat, just sending me death threats, telling me he's gonna kill my family and all that good stuff, baby. So there we go. I very quickly got a reality check. I very quickly realized donations may not be the smartest thing to have on, right? Because there's a lot of crazy fucking people, and it doesn't have to be a lot. Like, I'm telling you, there can be one person that is crazy enough and has the money to travel, and you could actually be cooked, right? I'm actually very surprised that, you know, shit like this doesn't happen, like actual killings and stuff don't happen more often. Because I would say that with female streamers, it's probably infinitely worse. But like, if I, as a dude with 50 viewers, had to go through that on my very first fucking stream, it's bad, dude. It is bad. So that's why I don't stream. That's like the main reason. Even though most people are cool, it does breed parasociality. Is that a word? I don't know if that's a word, but it is infinitely more parasocial than, let's say, YouTube, right? Even YouTube is not innocent, but with YouTube, you know, people that watch me, and I can tell you from my own experience, like when I watch somebody on YouTube, I have a very good example for this. So I used to be a massive Sodapoppin fan. That was like over a decade ago, right? When he's the reason, or he's one of the reasons why I got into World of Warcraft. I would like watch his highlights on YouTube, and I was just, wow, dude, this I want to be like this guy. This guy's the best. And I was like a 15-year-old kid. I obviously wasn't dangerous, but then I figured out about Twitch, and I remember it very vividly. The first time I went on Twitch, and I saw Sodapoppin was live, and I just had like this butterfly feeling in me. Dude, like I can like send him some money and he might notice me. Like, when you idolize somebody, it's a very powerful feeling to be able to get their attention. And obviously it's not that big of a problem when you have a 15-year-old that, you know, is just looking for, I guess, I don't know, a father figure. And I don't know, like, I don't know, I just liked Sodapoppin, dude. The way he was killing people in World of Warcraft with his feral druid, it gave me a stiffy. But it is a little different, right? When it's because both of these dudes, I forgot to mention that both of the dudes donated to me. One of them was, I believe, 43, and the other one was 37. So those are not like, or at least, I mean, the one that I talked to on Discord, I can confirm for that one. That was the 40-something-year-old, and the other guy, well, sent me an email introducing himself. I don't know if he lied. I wouldn't be surprised. So yeah, those are not fucking teenagers, right? This platform is just completely filled up with dangerous middle-aged men just looking for an obsession. And I would not recommend that you subject yourself to that, especially not with donations. Like, I wouldn't say streaming on Twitch. Like, there is another reason why I no longer stream on Twitch that I'll get to in a moment. But if you are gonna do it, donations, like, that shit's dangerous, dude. It is dangerous. Maybe you can like limit it, but even if you limit it, you'll have a crazy person just, you know, keep sending you money, and they will want something from in return, right? It's not a donation; they're buying something, and you gotta be careful. So yeah, donations not my thing. Shit can be dangerous, and I've learned that very, very quickly. Luckily, you know, nothing ever happened, and luckily I realized how they got my information, because I was genuinely like, okay, I got hacked, I got doxxed, you know, things are not good. But luckily it was just PayPal, you know, giving out my info, and I didn't know. I just didn't know. I never used PayPal. I exclusively made PayPal to, you know, be able to get donations. Which, yeah, there's also like an ethical dilemma here. When I was making good money, what fucking position am I in to be taking other people's donations? Like, what is this? What the fuck is this? You know, in Slovenia, when I was like at the top of my game, I was making top 1% money. What the fuck am I doing taking donations? So yeah, it's like this type of, you know, that, I don't know. What am I doing? Fuck donations. The only time I would ask for donations, I guess, is if I was in like a very serious medical emergency. Now I get it. Slovenia is very socialist, and we have free healthcare. I could make a whole video about Slovenian healthcare, but let's just say if I actually had something very serious, or somebody in my family got like cancer or something like that, I don't think I would have. I don't think I would have trusted, yeah, the Slovenian healthcare system to do fucking jack shit. Yeah, so that would be the only time I would actually ask for donations, if it was like actually medically necessary, especially now that, if you've seen my yesterday's video, I've explained my financial situation in that one. But yeah, so that's it. That's why I don't stream, or that's why I don't take donations. Not good. And then the streaming part, like, obviously you can make money other ways when you stream with ads, right? I would say ads are the most... I don't mind ads. Like, I'll just say it. I mean, obviously they can get very intrusive, especially on Twitch. Ads can be a little insane or completely insane. But at the end of the day, streaming or creating content of any kind, that is your product that you're selling, and you set up the amount of ads you want. That's basically the price for the product, right? And if you don't want to pay the price, I guess then you don't watch. I don't know. Like, I don't like ads. Like, nobody fucking likes ads, but I find that a lot more ethical than donations, right? Because at that point, it's like an actual business transaction. Donations are just, I don't fucking know, paying to be parasocial. I don't know. But yeah, the thing with Twitch is you gotta stream a lot, right? You gotta stream at least like 5-6 hours a day, I would say, at minimum, if you want to actually grow. And dude, if I play TFT for that long, nah, dude, I'm gonna go insane. And then playing other games, like when I'm making a video, I'm very focused on my commentary. And then when I have like a bunch of people asking me the same question for the 50th time in 2 minutes, it gets very distracting. And I feel like it's just, it kind of just cooks up the content. And then not to mention that, you know, I don't stream for that long, so growing was impossible. And I wasn't making any money, and then I just felt like I was making, you know, even worse content for YouTube, so it made no sense to continue streaming. But yeah, there we go. That's the streaming, that's the donations. I don't know if there's anything else. Be careful, dudes. Like, I know a lot of people want to stream a lot. I know a lot of people want to do YouTube for a living, and it's great, dude. Shit's amazing, but you gotta be smart about it, right? A lot of people are just looking for their next obsession, and you don't want to be that. Nobody likes, or I would say nobody likes to be the center of obsession. And for a good reason. Shit's fucking scary. Okay. Alright, that's probably it. GG's.